today I'm going to answer you top 10 fitness questions. I'm an IBB licensed coach, nutritionist, and competitor in the super heavyweight category. My name is Boris Kish, and welcome to my channel. Let's get straight to the point. Question number 1. What's the best way to lose fat? The best way to lose fat is actually to start exercising and to start dieting and to do cardio. That way you will lose fat in the fastest and healthiest possible way. There is absolutely no shortcut, and I'm not going to lie to you, but also it's extremely important that you increase your health, that your body functions properly, that you have enough sleep, that you don't have stress, and that is actually the best way how to lose fat. Can I lose weight with diet alone? Yes, but that's also not the best way. I mean, if you're dieting, if you go into the calorie deficit, yes, you can lose weight without the training. But if you really want to tighten the skin, if you want to increase the metabolism as fast as possible, if you want really to look even better and to get maximum from your body and to do that fast and safe and healthy, I would really recommend that you start exercising and if you can, putting some cardio inside. So the answer is yes, but why to limit yourself if you can add more tweaks to increase the process? Question number 3. How many calories does cardio burn? Honest answer is cardio doesn't burn a lot of calories. I mean, you can eat in 3 minutes way more calories than you can burn if you are running 1 hour on the treadmill. So the cardio is actually there to increase the fat burning process for some period after you get off the cardio equipment that you did, and that you increase performance of your heart muscle, and that you feel good in general, and that you deplete your glycogen levels after the training, and that way cardio is going to help you to lose the fat if everything else is in order. If you are doing the proper diet, if you're training properly, if you're doing everything else properly, then yes, cardio is a big plus. But is cardio really going to burn a lot of calories? No, it's not going to burn, but you should definitely be doing cardio. Question number 4. Should I cut out all the sugar? This is a good question. If you are big guy who is training, really heavy and who had a really powerful session in the gym, then I would probably suggest that you put some dextrose, maltodextrin or Vitargo, but only after the gym. But during the day, if you really want to look healthy and not bloated and good, I would avoid sugars by any case. I mean, you can take sugars from fruits and from other healthy sources, but pure sugar is something that I would definitely avoid, and it's poison for the blood, and it's not good, at all, unless you're only taking it after the really serious hardcore workout. Question number 5. Why has my weight loss stopped? The body is designed that way that doesn't want to lose fat, so therefore the metabolism is always slowing down, and the body doesn't know why you are losing fat. This is how we are designed, this is how we evolved, and when the body feels that you might be dying even if you're not, what happens is that it stops losing fat, which is completely normal. I mean, then you have to modify your diet, then you have to modify your training and pretty much everything else, and you have to know the tweaks, how to cheat the body and how to do the reload meals, and your fat process is going to increase again. So don't worry, this is completely normal, but you have to change the approach in your training and in your diet, mostly in your diet. Number 6, how often should I work out? I was explaining this in one of my videos. You can work out as often as you want. I mean, you can go to the gym twice a day if you're doing the split, but I would honestly recommend, if you're a natural athlete, that you don't go more than 4 or 5 times per week. If you're enhanced, 6 times per week, and you can do cardio after that, because the body needs to regenerate, and otherwise you might get into overtraining. But it's also highly unlikely that somebody gets into overtraining mode, because that really requires that somebody is fully dedicated and knows how to kill it in the gym. So therefore you should be training, as I said, as much as you want, but let's say approximately 5 times per week. Number 7, how much weight should I be lifting? If you want to build muscles, if your goal is hypertrophy, you should be lifting as much as you can, but with correct form. You shouldn't be lifting something that you're not able to lift. And if you want to improve, as I said, you cannot be lifting as some people, that you lift the same weight for 10-20 years and increase that the body will change. If you don't do any change, as everything else in life, the body is not going to do the change. I mean, you have to lift very heavy, and then you will get heavy results. Number 8, can exercise lower my cholesterol? Yes, it can, but there are also many other factors. To lower the cholesterol, you have to eat healthy, you have to eat good fats, you have to avoid bad fats, and as everything else, you have to do cardio, you have to take care of your health in general, and then, of course, exercising is a huge plus, but you cannot eat something as I would say, normal average person is eating without taking proper care of your nutrition and expecting the cholesterol to go low by itself. This is like pissing in the trunk of your car and expecting that it runs properly. I mean, exercise is a huge factor, but it's not the only factor if you're doing everything else wrong. Number 9, best exercise to reduce blood pressure. If you have problems with blood pressure, I would suggest that you go to the doctor. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to suggest you what to do, what not to do, but I would suggest that you try to avoid any kind of blood pressure medications, unless doctor really prescribe that. But even with him, I would suggest that you look what's the cause for that high blood pressure. So there is no exercise that can reduce only the blood pressure, but as for everything else, if you have proper diet, if you work out often and regularly, and if you do proper cardio, I can promise you that the blood pressure will go low. And I would suggest, as somebody who knows what that is, luckily I don't have problems with blood pressure, but look for some external factor that might be, increasing that blood pressure, and try to avoid it or cut it completely from your life. If it's a bad partner, if it's a bad job, if it's a bad boss, or whatsoever. There are some things that we cannot control and that we cannot fix and modify, but there are definitely some that we can handle. And if you take proper care of that, yes, exercise will definitely help. Number 10, how do I stay motivated when progress is too slow? Again, great question. Look, everybody had that period when they reach the point where they felt there is absolutely no progress and how to get motivated. But you should know that, you first of all, I'm not going to tell you some crappy theory. Look where you were when you started and look where you are now. I mean, nobody's progress goes like this or like this. It's always like this. Therefore, you should really look where you started, and if you have a low moment, just try to push through it, and I'm pretty sure that you can do that. But if you need a professional help with somebody who can always motivate you, see where is the problem, see how to fix the problem, you can contact me. My email is in my profile, and I will be more than happy to work one-on-one with you. So those are the top 10 questions that are usually asked online. Write me in the comment section what you think about them. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Till next time, keep pumping. Bye.